Pass that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks everyone for coming. By head coach Pete Bacchus, as well as student athletes Dan Garcia and Sammy McConowitz. We'll start with an opening statement from coach, afterwards please put your hand up if you have a question for our student athletes and save your question for coach until after this. Are you ready?
Yeah. What a good 7 seed. Oh my gosh. Central Michigan was everything we thought they'd be today. They're tough. They're physical, they're disciplined, they're competitive. And we knew it was going to be a battle of the boards today. And so I thought we did a great job of keeping them off the boards, and then we were able to flow with pace and space. We shot it really well from 3 when we were connected and confident in our offensive actions that we practice every day. And these two were a huge reason that we're still here tomorrow.
Both of you. The defensive intensity in the third quarter and the second half seemed to kind of ratchet up some. Just curious what the message was at halftime.
We need to start games better. That's the intensity we have to have all game, for 40 minutes. And I think for me personally, I mean, Sammy would probably agree. I'm not ready to be done playing in a Toledo uniform.
No, I would agree. And I think as for the message at halftime, it was just like our defense will lead to our offense, and that leads to our transition and all those runouts we can get. So it was just really important to get those stops and then grab those rebounds so we could flow.
Sammy, there in the third quarter, you guys were down 10. You and I believe it was you and Faith scored 11 straight to give you guys the lead. Did you kind of start feeling it snowball there at that point when the offense started getting going?
Definitely. It was a nice little shift in momentum. Just knocking down those open shots and just taking those open shots. Coach has been getting on me to shoot the ball, so I just had to, finally shoot it. But no, I definitely felt a nice little shift.
And just how comfortable from the 3-point line were you today, and how big, I guess, were those moments when you made those shots?
They were huge. I think it's an adjustment, right? Once you see one go in, you're like, okay, like, playing in a different arena. But once you see it go in, I was like, well, keep shooting it. And I mean, they were huge. They were huge for our team. A 3 always gets the crowd going. And when we get the crowd behind us, we're a very good team.
We've had Jess Cook starting at the 5, except for injuries. We've been pretty consistent with our lineup. And so I want to give her a shout out for her maturity and knowing that this was the right move for the team today. We knew that Darrington was going to be a handful on the boards. And I thought we did a great job by committee of limiting her to 3. But having Nan out there, getting Darrington playing defensively on the perimeter and being a threat to open up, the paint for our drivers, I thought was really instrumental.
I think a lot of times when teams come to an NBA arena, the shooting percentage, especially when the 3 goes down. You guys did the exact opposite today. You're a 32% shooting team. You guys shot 56 from 3. Was there just a comfortability on the floor, or was it just a good feel?
I would just say a good feel. I mean, we're just doing the same thing, shooting the ball. Yeah. It was just going in, and we would like to keep it that way.
Yeah. I would agree. It's definitely a feel, but I think it's taking good shots. Us taking good shots within our offense. That's what, when you take a good shot, higher percentage of going in.
You guys have been great in the third quarter all season. Now you've played 30 games or whatever. Why do you think that is? Why do you have the ability to play so well after halftime, but not necessarily come out at the beginning of the game so hot?
Yes. Well, I mean, I guess I don't have a specific answer other than like we see how they're playing, and then we just make adjustments at halftime. And I think we talk about it and how however we're playing is not how we normally play or we can play. Yeah, obviously we wouldn't like to not do that. But here we are. We made a defensive adjustment too in the second half, and like we said, I think that really allowed us to get out and run. And I think we were searching for offense at some points in that big run, like you said, with Faith and Sammy out there. We wanted our attackers to get downhill, and we had shooters around them. And so, again, credit Central. They made us go into our 4th, 5th look for what we were going to try to do to generate offense, but effective down the stretch there.
Freshman athletes before they're dismissed. Go ahead and do that right now. Thank you, ladies.
Great job. Oh, I did. Yes, you did.
Questions for coach?
Jimmy, congratulations on the win. How important was it to set the tone for how this week's gonna go?
It's important that we understand that we can, and that it's going to be hard. You know, I've been in 4 conference tournament championships in 23 years. That's how hard it is. And I've been a part of some really good programs and great teams. And so it's hard. And so, you know, setting the tone, I think getting the jitters out a little bit and making sure that we stay confident and connected was really huge today.
Similar question. You watched this exactly last year, the Q7. Is it like, you know, that experience, did you like draw anything from it this week? Do you learn just how fragile, like, this is one bit?
Absolutely. Everybody's urgent this time of year. Everybody's hungry this time of year. And so we knew that we needed to be prepared. We knew they were going to be prepared. We needed to be ready to counter and execute. But, you know, our leadership really helped us that second half. The refuse to lose mindset dragged our young guys with them. And we got huge minutes from some freshmen today. And because of our depth and balance, you know, one night they take away Kira Goss, you know, somebody steps up. The next night, you know, they really neutralized Kendall Carruthers today. They did a really good job on her. They made it hard on her. But then she comes out with 5 assists and Destiny and Faith come off the bench. So I like our depth. But it's so fragile this time of year and everything matters. Every possession matters. And so we needed to act like it and play like it. And I thought they played with a tremendous amount of maturity today.
Was that entirely influenced from the previous game against Central and now Darrington?
Yes. And not because of Darrington. She won the mismatch, or she won her matchup against us last time. You know, she was dominant on the board. She was scoring inside. We really didn't have an answer for it. And so, you know, if we can't stop her, you know, let's try to score with her or outscore and get her away from the rim for those defensive rebounds. And so if she's out on the perimeter guarding in, then we have a chance for our guards to get in there and get some offensive boards and be cleanup crew. And that, I think that helped us out with 13 offensive rebounds.
At this time of year, everything matters. If you're dancing, like, the players just weren't ready to be done playing potentially the last game in Toledo. Like, how much is that just a factor of you know, those Fab 5 seniors that you have being in these moments before to know how to rise to the occasion?
Yeah, I think their experience, you know, we've talked about turning your wounds into wisdom. You know, we don't get to just walk to the championship game because we're the 2 seed. There's some really good teams in this league. And they learned last year, you know, Toledo got down early. Monmouth lost in the 2-7 game, like Cal said. So their leadership. And then I think you can see how much they love each other, not just the seniors, but the impact that they've had on these freshmen and our culture. Our young guys want to do it for our seniors, and we want to stay here as long as we possibly can. I have to give a shout out to our fans. Our crowd tonight was tremendous. Toledo travels well. It was one of the reasons I wanted to be the head coach at the University of Toledo. Women's basketball is a big deal in Toledo, and we're so fortunate to have the support that we have. So thank you, everybody that came out.
We still came out on a 6-1 run to start the third quarter. Down 10. What was the message at that point?
We're switching the defense. We just changed our defense at that point. We had to do something. And it allowed, like I said, us to kind of neutralize their rhythm shots. You know, anytime somebody goes zone, you do it to try to change the momentum of the game. And, you know, what you're thinking is, you know, their zone offense is their second best offense. And so their best offense was really good today. And again, credit them for their preparation. I knew they were going to be ready to go. They've got some seniors that didn't want to go home. Jess Lawson was absolutely tremendous today. I mean, she's a heck of a player, and she battled. So we just switched up our defenses, hoping that would give us a little bit of light. And then again, like I said, we got Faith in there with a little bit more of a scoring punch going downhill for Kira, and that opened us up.
How big were those 5 in the first half?
Yeah. Yeah, it allowed us to stay alive, and we were putting them on the line, and we weren't being aggressive getting to the line. And so, you know, we always joke the math ain't mathing when we're not making threes and we're not getting to the free throw line, and they're getting second chance points. And so, really challenged them. And then again, encouraging our really good 3-point shooters to shoot open shots. You know, I thought Sammy passed them up tonight. You heard her say that. She kind of gave me that jab. But I think every coach in the country would ask Sammy McConowitz to shoot open shots. So I don't think I'm off base there.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all so much.